So I'm Mike Leyland, one of the owners of War Machine. War Machine's a young 88, one of the 150 boats designed and built by Jim Young and Roger Land, 150 plus actually. New Zealand's biggest one design fleet by a long way, and probably the most actively campaigned. So the boat's around 25 years old. It's owned by three of us in the partnership that own it and run it. It races all the time. Good thing about a partnership in a boat. Good for, you probably see a little bit of the boat around you. It's good for sail, for racing, full on hard-on out racing, and also good for good cruising boat. So recorded on this boat with my wife and now 3 children is 8 days. So getting a bit of cabin fever by then, but quite comfortable for getting out there up to the Bay of Islands and around the Gulf. So we're out during the summer at least once a week, midweek racing. So we go out Wednesday night racing, or beer can racing as the Americans call it. And we also do the Thursday night sprints, just outside the yacht squadron here, which is 3 or 4 races in quick succession on a Thursday night to get the adrenaline going and keep the insurance companies busy. And then we will do quite a few regattas through the summer, including Bay of Islands Sailing Week, the Young 88 Nationals in March, and we have our Owners Champs in October, and whatever else in between. So it's a very busy boat and very busy fleet. So the race crew on an 88 is a max of 7, and they're quite a beamy, relatively tender boat. So to be raced competitively, you need 7 crew. And as anyone who runs a boat these days knows, it takes quite a lot of work to maintain that crew. So we've got a mix between the 3 owners, the silverbacks as we call them, and then we've got younger crew who live in Auckland. We've had a succession of crew from overseas, so we're pretty multinational. We've had Brazilian, we've had a lot of Irish people through here, which is not so good for the liver. We've got quite a few French crew over time, British, all sorts. So there's a core, at any one time there's a core crew of 6 or 7, and then we add up to another 10 or so to keep the boat fully crewed for all the events we do. But the good thing about a syndicate, the 3 of us involved, we've got Chris, who's the chief engineer. Chris is an engineer, so he looks after the boat maintenance and all the work that needs doing on it. Paul, who's a pilot, and he does all the administration, so he takes care of the insurance, race entries, and all of that kind of stuff. And then I do the crew management, so that's really my job entirely. And historically, we've run all sorts of things to try and coordinate crew, including Google Sheets and Google Calendars and a whole mix and mash of applications to keep it all together and get everyone here on time as expected for any particular event. Yeah, so having looked around and not been able to find an app maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I created these other systems as kind of band-aids to the problem really of coordinating everybody. And I came across MySail through an online promotion or word of mouth. I can't remember exactly, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized it was probably what we needed, both to coordinate the crew, but also to coordinate our calendar. We moved from using the Google Sheet as the source of the truth to using MySail as the source of the truth. So my words to the crew is, if you want to sail, you need to be into MySail, and you need to have your status up to date. And if your down is keen, I'll put you on the boat. And if your down is not available, you won't go on. And if your down is available and you're not available with a week out, then you're in trouble. That's kind of the rules we run. But yeah, it's a great app. I also use it every week to message the crew. On top of the weekly reminders that they'll get from the application, I'll use it to send out a message and say, hey guys, checking we're all on for this week. Any changes that need to be done. Yeah, I guess in any city like Auckland, where you've got traffic and you've got big business and people with all sorts of jobs, every week there will be somebody who's struggling to get there on time. And in one case a few weeks ago, we got left short of 2. And I was able to go onto the MySail app. I picked up everybody who was available in Auckland who looked like they had enough experience. And within about 10 minutes, I'd sent them a template message, which is, hey, who's keen to sail on the War Machine tonight? Leaving the dock at 5:30. message me here or text me, and I left my mobile number. And I got a reply from a guy within 10 minutes, and then I got another 4 replies within about 30 minutes, who I had to go back to in person and say, "I'm sorry, missed out." So a really good way to message, get hold of people quickly in any city when you get caught short.